There's a lot of innovation going on, Ian. The airline industry is clearly innovating its product and its service. Hotels are embracing international standards. Perhaps, though, it's your particular business subset that has the greatest opportunity to innovate and actually get going fastest, isn't it?
I think so, Chris. I mean, in many ways, what we're trying to do at the moment, I'd say our main role with Informa is really trying to bring two groups of people together in the safest environment as possible. So, you know, obviously at the moment we're hoping that when things begin to open up, it really will be domestic and domestic. So domestic buyers with domestic suppliers. That's going to how it start. Then we will start to move to what we've deemed a sort of hybrid model, whereby we won't get the international participants coming in, but maybe there's a way for them to ship their products, to bring things actually to the trade show, where we can work perhaps with the British Chamber even closer, to have people on the ground generating leads for these customers and working that way. And then in time, we'll move to the full international mode. But in terms of innovation, I mean, we're looking at the virtual platforms. There's a lot we're doing now online to bring people together. I think this works quite well in certain sectors. We organize as Informa a lot of tech events. Tech is quite easy to get across on this virtual platforms. When it comes to more, you know, goods, which, and the sector I look after, which is more the food and hospitality side, I mean, the food sector is still going very strong. I mean, obviously retail and everything else, the hospitality sector is down, but how you replicate the touch, feel, smell that you would get at a physical trade show is very difficult to innovate. So this sector is quite hard. But there's lots going on. I think in terms of the shows themselves, I mean, like Chris and Andy alluded to, you know, there's various safety measures that we will be implementing, and we are now for our trade shows in China. But one thing the events industry does have, which is good, is the test and trace system. Of course, we tend to know all the people coming in and traveling because we have them registered at our trade shows. So if there's any particular problems, unlike perhaps domestic tourists, we have access to all this data, so we know where everyone is. We often know which hotels they're staying in. We often know which airline they may have traveled with. So we have accesses to be able to do this, you know, quite quickly. But we're looking at slightly wider aisles in the shows, you know, the usual, the face masks, the sanitation procedures, the contactless, as Chris alluded to as well. This is a big area that we're innovating in as well now. So instead of before people filling in registration forms, either with the show and everything else, people will just get straight in and get onto the trade show floor. But we just need to get there first, Chris. I think that's the key at the moment. Yeah.